Hey, peace, peace, peace. Peaceful vibrations, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. Oop, my thing is a little crooked. There we go, right on the third eye. Um, I know it's Cancer season, but I kind of adorn myself like it's Gemini season still, but that's my Venus and Gemini energy. um, so I just wanted to continue the series that I started where I was talking about the genius of the elements, of the different elements astrologically. I am not an astrologist, but I dive into astrology. I'm a numerologist, but I also look into the astrology and combine the information from that information from elements, things that come to me that I'm guided to, so to speak, and whatever I feel that is necessary for me to share. So today we are going to discuss the intelligence of the water signs. Water signs are very powerful. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, respectively. Cancer is the cardinal water sign. All the cardinal signs are cardinal because the season that we're in, when the season's about to change, it changes under certain signs. So certain signs are cardinal, certain signs are mutable, certain signs fixed in astrology, and all this other stuff. But water signs carry heavy, heavy, heavy emotion to them because they're like water. When you think of the element of water, water shapeshifts just like fire to me has a capacity to do, and air, but in a different way. And water is a silent kind of power, unless it's like a rainstorm or a tornado or things like that. Water is the type of element that holds memory. It's a conduit. And so a lot of water signs, especially Cancer, the cardinal water, usually tend to have pretty good memory. Um, a lot of people heavily underestimate water signs because they're very intensely emotional. And because they're intensely emotional and they tend to cry a lot and react off of emotions, people tend to have the perception that water signs are weak, and they are not weak, especially once a water sign learns to master their emotions and make moves not solely based on emotion. They are incredibly powerful and strong once they do that, especially. A lot of times people look at the water signs, oh, they're so emotional, they cry babies and everything. But think about this: crying, like everything else, is energy. The tears are energy, they're energetic. You have to release that energy. You're not tough holding it in. You're actually tougher releasing it and rebuilding yourself. And water signs to me have the ability to express this intense emotion, to be very empathetic. A lot of water signs are empathetic, and a lot of water signs can pick up on other people's energy very easily. A lot of water signs are empathic, but think about water. Think of how water moves. You know what I mean? Think of when the tides rock back and forth. A lot of water signs have such intense emotions and feelings that they deal with on such a level, they don't often know why they're being moody or why their emotions are changing, especially Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon and water. And the moon affects people's feelings and emotions, and water constantly sways back and forth. It constantly, at least the ocean, it's constantly in motion. But everything damn near on this planet needs water. Damn near everything on this planet needs water to survive. And water can be very gentle and compassionate, or it can bring the storm and knock you off your feet. So never underestimate water signs. Water signs are not weak. The water signs that people see that are weak because they have not mastered how to deal with their emotions, how to deal with energetically the things that they are feeling, how to deal with um, the a lot of times the empathic abilities, what they're channeling. Because remember, you channel also a lot of times through water. Water is a conduit. Water is also heavily tied to the DNA. So water signs are very sensitive usually. Whether they like to believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, they're sensitive. And some people are not water signs and they're sensitive, but from a numerological aspect, they're not a water sign, but they might be an air sign or a fire sign with a water number. So they may also take in some of that water energy, that sensitivity, that capacity to be, uh, I guess, quote unquote, moody, or to sometimes even change up. You know what I mean? Water is something that is very interesting and very powerful, and it comes in different forms. Water can be in the gas form, which is air. So air is a form of water. Water can come in the solid form like ice and be cold, because water signs can be very cold, especially when something hits them in the heart, in the internal, hits their emotions, they can be very cold. Water signs, I mean, water can also be the liquid form that we all know. And when you think about it, water channels and is so powerful that we are birthed through some form of water. When you're in your mother's womb, you're surviving in that liquid that consists of primarily water. Water is necessary to procreate. When men ejaculate, there's a large percentage of water. Most of our bodies is made up of water. When women uh, um, reach sexual climax, that fluid consists of a lot of water. So don't mistake the water signs. Water signs are very fucking powerful. Water signs often doubt their own power and don't believe in themselves. And when they doubt their own power and they don't believe in themselves, they go into this back and forth thing and issues with themselves and this insecurity. And you can manifest things through water. So they're manifesting their own fucked up reality, which is very interesting because it's how they think. They're water. They're a conduit. They're connected to the water energy. They're connected to the ancestry in a certain way. Every element is, but there's a certain thing to me about water signs that is very amazing. And every element is very amazing in its own right, very powerful in its own. There's no weak element. It's all in how you use that power of that element. You see what I'm saying? Water signs, there's a lot of water signs that are very talented, that are very gifted. Um, but if they lack faith in themselves, you would almost never know it unless you knew them. A lot of water signs are very intelligent. They have the capacity, I can't say they mastered, they have the capacity to master emotions and to master it in a way that other signs may have a little trouble with, where water signs, if they learned how to master their emotions, they can go to the depths of themselves emotionally, to the deep depths of others and pull themselves right back out. And that's a level of strength and resilience that is very powerful. That a lot of people every day struggle with. But that's an evolved water sign. Water signs that are not evolved are a hot fucking mess. Water signs that are not evolved don't believe in themselves. They're manipulative. They are jealous. They are egotistical. They are spiteful as fuck. Spiteful. Ooh, that spiteful energy. And like I said, they create just like everyone else creates their own reality. But there's something, every element has their aspect that is just very dope. That's just very um, powerful and dope. So I just wanted to share a short synopsis. This is my perspective of the different elements. I'm not saying that this is what everyone else will say and think and believe. This is my perspective from my years of studying and looking into the astrology, into the numerology, and also from my experience of knowing people, from even tapping into the different elements of myself. And you know what I mean? This is my perspective. So, some people may or may not agree. It is what it is. That's fine to not agree. Everybody doesn't have to agree. It's part of maturity. You don't have to always agree with everything everyone says. You have the right to have your own mind and your own perspective, just as I have the right to have my own mind and my own perspective. So I wish you all well. I want to tell y'all peace and love, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Let's see. Oh, did I not press it?